What's up, y'all? It's your boy Eric Flo, live from Central Park. For me, this is today's Wednesday the 3rd. This past Sunday, I had already ran the whole Central Park with Mosties. Shout out to Mosties. But I want to take it up a notch because I feel like I'm ready for it, right? So what I'll be doing now is running 12 miles a week. I'm gonna try my best to be as consistent with it as I can, but that's the goal. Now I guess we could talk about some benefits of staying consistent and prioritizing endurance training. Now, number one, some of the benefits that I get are that testosterone boost, right? Now, reason why I could say that is because if you don't know already, then most of your blood flow and your testosterone is in your legs. That's why they tell boxers to not, be with women and do things with women, because it's gonna make their legs weak. Same thing goes for doing what you do with the sight and all that. So I mean, like it goes, it's same. It's gonna make your legs weak, numb your legs out. You ever relapse and felt like your legs was like, for me, they was just weaker. You just could feel that, right? And the difference of relapsing less, obviously, because I've been relapsing, right? I ran the 6 miles with Mo on Sunday and relapsed that night. That's tough. That's OD tough, and that's embarrassing, but it's cool. We're gonna keep it a buck. Now, I want to redeem myself as well, and I always like to start these new streaks off, for me, like just on the early days, just like really inspiring myself to keep going, because this journey is so intense, and the beauty of like getting used to something like this is that it builds confidence, right? When I ran the 6 miles with Mosties on Sunday, that was the easiest it ever felt for me. It felt easy. Like I've been doing it for years easy, bro. Like you see how poised I am right now? I may be about a half a mile in. This is nothing to me now, bro. And it makes me feel so confident within myself, regardless of like what day I'm on. SR, and no fat. That's why you want to make sure that you don't define yourself. You don't define yourself off of the day of the SR no fat journey you on. You define yourself off of what you're doing to keep up with that streak. That's why you must prioritize productivity as much as you can. You definitely do not want to overwhelm yourself. Get out my way, boy. Because when you end up overwhelming yourself, you'll end up building up more tension and making the journey harder for yourself, because now your body is trained to want you to relapse because you got so much tension built up. Just like how we used the sight as something to get us through in life, through bad times, through uncomfortable times, through times that we didn't take the time out to process things. We too busy on the sight for hours. You know what I'm saying? Now, back to the testosterone boost, right? What feels so good that I never realized until I started getting it was that having a strong foundation feels way better than having a strong upper body. Like, I know y'all used to see me on my push-ups going crazy, and I definitely got to get back to that, and I will. But I'm gonna be honest, ever since I've been working on my lower body, I've been kind of losing motivation to work on my upper body, and that's not good. But I'm gonna tell you what happens when you prioritize your lower body and how it can help make life easier for you to build your upper body. Now back to the testosterone booster, right? I feel like my legs is heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel density in my legs, as if I was in the gym and was doing weighted squats on one of those machines in a Planet Fitness or a Crunch Fitness, a Blink Fitness. I feel that same kind of density, but this density feels different. It just makes me feel like I could keep on doing this, and I feel like I have a strong base, strong foundation. And what that is that strong blood flow being built. I feel it. I feel the density of stronger blood flow in my legs. My legs get bigger and bigger every time I do this. And it makes me feel so good, just even after I stop. And just like the way I feel, I'm just like walking down the street, you know. Everything that was so simple before starts to feel, you feel this ultimate poise in everything you do. You know? It makes you feel, just imagine how the animals feel in the wild after a cheetah chasing down a prey for miles and miles and miles, and it finally catch it, and it's catching his breath. It's like catching his breath, and then it got the food. That's how it feel when I finish these 6 miles. It feels like I caught the prey. That's exactly what it feels like. You know why? Because we fighting them inner demons. And the amount of ultimate poise that I feel after jogging this beautiful park is almost like I caught the prey, which is my demons. You know what I'm saying? So, and it feels amazing for my mental health. I feel so clear. It feels like it reverses any brain fog that I might have had, you know? And let's talk about the importance of endurance. You know what I'm saying? Now, somebody was asking me in my Discord, he was like, yo, like they was talking about how you last long, right? And I'm trying to tell him, somebody was talking about their experience with a female in the Discord, and then somebody else responded and was asking him, like, yo, how do you last long? What supplements do you take? And he asked about macaroon. And I said, yeah, macaroon is great for maybe if you take that before you about to get into it with a joint. That's great. But there is no supplement that is gonna make you last longer if you do not have any endurance. For example, you can take as much macaroon as you want, but as soon, let's say for instance, you take macaroon, but before taking that macaroon, you without it is weak. You can't come outside and even run a mile without feeling like you're gonna die, right? Doing this kind of stuff makes you build willpower because you have to keep up a certain pace. You got to stay in alignment. You got to deal with the discomfort, you know what I'm saying, of having to just keep on going, feeling like your mouth drying up, you know, feeling that pain in your legs, you know. But the beauty of that is once you get used to it, your legs is gonna feel so strong, and it's gonna make you feel so good, because a man without a strong foundation is not a man. You can't plant your feet and be able to pound shorty from the back how you want to without a strong foundation. You can't plant your feet and be able to knock somebody out without a strong foundation. So stop caring so much about your upper body, because I promise you that without a strong foundation, whatever upper body that you got doesn't even matter. That's how deep it goes, right? Now, jogging like this forces you to build a willpower that most people don't have, which will then put you ahead of the game with the woman that you want to please in the bedroom. See, now, for example, I'm over here jogging and I'm talking to y'all. That's how you know I'm fluent at this, right? This means I have breath control and my body's already immune to this. You know what I'm saying? And when you get into that, you'll realize that breath control is the only thing that's gonna get you through. Because once you get winded, it's a wrap. There's no way you're gonna be able to last. So, because you'll realize, right? Number one, when you doing that with a female, you wanna make sure that you always have your foundation. Never not have your feet planted in any position that you do with a female. Always make sure that you are grounded. Even if she's on top, you ground yourself. Because that is the foundation that you need to depend on in order for you to be able to last long, you know? And for example, when it's your turn and she not riding and you hitting it, in order for you to keep up a certain pace, keep up a certain kind of stroke that she likes or that works for you, and then you might want to switch it up. You want to make sure that you're in your bag. You want to rock her world. You want to knock her socks off. You want to make it after the fact look at you and be like, wow. And I promise you, that right there feels amazing to have a woman, especially that you love or that you care enough about to please, be that satisfied with you to the point where she is in awe with what you were able to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? So this is why you must put yourself out here and run and control yourself. You know, get used to it. Because this is no different from me standing up and just constantly stroking or constantly having to do motion in the ocean. That's cardio. So this is why, you know, this is the practice that you need in order to be able to master that. You gotta get out here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get out here, bro. It feels beautiful, especially if you're spiritual. You know, this is a great way to connect with yourself. You know, I throw in a frequency beat, meditate, you know what I'm saying? And just allow myself to process things, you know, because this is the ultimate way to face yourself. Because you by yourself, you're not listening to rap music, you meditate and listening to frequencies, and you gotta face the discomfort of how you feel as you jogging, trying to keep up a certain pace so that you're not out here all day. You know, because you want to be able to even get to the point where you can maybe start your day off with this and then be able to go about the rest of your day normally and not feel like because you jogged that you dead for the rest of the day, you know? So another benefit of getting out here and jogging like this is that it gives you the endurance that you need to last long throughout doing your workouts. Now, a lot of times you'll come to realize when you're doing your push-ups, when you're doing, get out the way, wait. I'm about to juke him. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, Flo. Let's go, Flo. You know what I'm saying? Shit is so fun. Have fun. You know what I'm saying? Good vibes, bro. I'm around a bunch of people that's out here just to do the same thing I'm doing. Just to connect with themselves and jog. Even if they low vibration. there's at least a higher low vibration. You know what I'm saying? People would jog past me coming this way and be like, you know, and be like that, be like, hey, keep going, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? And that's good. Like, that's good to be around that, where like, it's not even like an ego battle, you know? It's just like good energy out here. Because I mean, there's so many trees and so many, like, grass is beautiful, trees, you know? So it's kind of hard to not have good energy out here, you know? But you'll come to realize that usually when you're doing your push-ups, for example, the reason why you stop is not even because your arms got tired, you know, or because it hurt. You'll realize that once you have proper breath control, you'll be able to push past certain feelings and be able to conquer those feelings and then make conscious decisions about how you want to go about those feelings. You know, because these feelings that you feel of doing what you do with shorty, or these feelings that you feel of doing your workouts, these feelings only control you because you don't have endurance. Your lungs are weak. You know what I'm saying? And what gives you power is breath control. Like, the reason why a lot of people die at an early age or get weak at early ages is because of weak lungs. Like, we all know most people smoke a bunch of cigarettes, which in then turn makes people weak to the point where they don't have the endurance to be able to do stuff like this. And the only reason why I have the endurance to do something like this is because my lungs are not weak. If I had weak lungs, no matter how strong I look, no matter how big my legs are, it's not gonna matter because I don't have strong lungs. See, this gives you strong lungs, which then gives you more power. That's the reason why any animal is as strong as it is. It's because it has strong lungs, you know? It's not about the strength of that animal, because a cheetah is one of the fastest animals in the animal kingdom, but it's not the, you know, it's one of the fastest animals in the animal kingdom, but it's not the strongest, right? It's faster than a lion, but a lion is bigger. Cheetah just is stronger because they have more endurance. So as it's moving, it has breath control, which means it can surpass certain limitations and push farther, you know? So when you get the 50 push-ups, but you have endurance, your body is gonna start wanting to, you feel like you're getting tired because you think you're losing your breath, but that's really your body trying to grasp more breath so that it can give you more power to be able to take on what it is that you're doing, right? Just know that endurance is key, bro. Endurance is going to give you the willpower that you need. It's all, willpower is endurance, right? Even with a cold shower, you know, you'll come to realize that the colder that it is, the more like your breath will start to change. And because that water is cold, it hits you, you like, and you think you panicking or probably about to have a heart attack, but no, that's your body trying to adapt. So you will be able to last longer, you know, throughout everything in life, throughout even fighting. A lot of the times, nowadays, people don't want to fight not because they can't fight. People don't want to fight because they don't have the endurance to keep up with the fight. That's why most fights, in turn, end up turning into grapple matches and WWE matches with somebody trying to suplex you. You know what I'm saying? Because they just don't have the endurance, bro. Dudes don't have endurance nowadays. That's why they pretty much suck at everything, you know? So stop thinking that just because you doing even calisthenics or weight training and your body is big, that you're doing something. Because if you do a bunch of weight training and you don't have the endurance that I have to be able to run 12 miles a week, you know what I'm saying? Then if we was to hit the same girl, you're not gonna be able to do what I'm able to do, no matter if you're bigger than me or not. I'm gonna have more control over that woman in each moment because I have control over myself enough to run all of these miles, like to run all of these miles. And you see me, I'm chilling, bro. Like, this is nothing to me, bro. This is like, at this point, this is recreational. This is like, this is better than meditation to me. Like, when I think about, oh, I need to meditate, I don't even be really wanting to sit there and meditate. I want to run through here, throwing the frequency, and for me, be present in the moment, because when you jogging, it makes you more present, because the only thing you focused on is your breath control. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with a cold shower. It makes you more present because you only focus on, in that moment, how cold the water is. So once you have proper breath control, you'll realize that when you're not breathing all hard because the water temperature is changing, that you'll be able to sit through that. It's not that the water is too difficult. It's just that you have no endurance. That's it. You know? Now, I just want y'all to take that in. You know? Endurance is power, right? Now, this will help you change the diet that you have. Because if you take my message and you realize that endurance is power, and you can, you know, be able to process what I'm trying to tell you and communicate to you, it may not be coming off the best because I'm in the middle of fighting my demons right now, talking to y'all, but I'm putting out the message as best as I can in a raw way. You know what I'm saying? So once you get out here and you start to realize how crucial it is, and you feel how harder this is for you, you know, how hard it is for you to do this, understand also that you are what you eat. And what's gonna weigh you down doing this is the diet that you have. You have to take out the dense foods from your diet. Take out all the density from your foods. You don't need it. You don't need a bunch of meat, a bunch of fish, a bunch of dairy. You know, it's an illusion. Because at the end of the day, once you realize that endurance is king, but yet you don't have that endurance, that'll then tell you that whatever you're eating is not working for you, right? You know what I'm saying? So take heed to all of those messages. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk more about this soon. Y'all stay blessed. Keep fighting them demons. Keep growing and flowing. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.